Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am here on this show to recap in my review for the Royal Rumble that just ended here a few minutes ago. Lord. I'm sick of Triple H, man. Like, he said for the men's Rumble there's going to be a lot of surprises. Where were the surprises exactly? I guess Royce Keys, or formerly known as Powerhouse Hobbs, was that really? I mean, I guess that was a surprise, but we know he was already in WWE. He signed. That's not really much of a surprise to me. And Chris Jericho didn't show up. Oh my Lord. One of the worst Royal Rumble matches. I'm not even shocked by whenever they say there's gonna be plenty of surprises, even if they weren't. Triple L strikes again. Fucking horse shit. I want to hear that old bastard's theme one more time. Boring ass Rumble, man. At least with the women, I thought the start was kind of boring, but it picked up as it went along, and the ending sequence was good. I thought the women's Rumble was way better. The men's Rumble sucked. It's many fucking wasted spots. I mean, you can't have Finn Balor in the Rumble, but you can have the Mr. Iguana and Ray Phoenix, who's in there for like a minute. And Rusev gets eliminated in like 60 seconds or whatever. You know, I'm tired of being patient. Like, well, people be like, oh, either the Chamber, they're after Mania, and it's gonna be after this show. They should increase the Rumble size. So the roster's way too big for 30 entrants. You know what? I'm just going to give up on Chris Jericho returning. Freaking worst Rumble ever. The Royal Rumble is just kind of a letdown. Gunther or Roman winning is kind of boring. Look, I love Roman Reigns, don't get me wrong. But did he really need to win the Rumble? And Gunther really didn't need to be in the final two. What was the surprise Triple H was talking about? 'Cause I didn't see any fucking surprise. And Roman winning was kind of predictable once it got to the Final Four. So, the Final Four was Roman, Logan, Randy, and Gunther. I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen Randy Orton win it, honestly. Out of those four. I love Roman, don't get me wrong, but it's just predictable. Will Roman and Punk be a great match? I think it could be, sure. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not really shocked. But Roman Reigns literally 24 hours ago said Triple H can't build no stars for him to prove his exact point to give him the Rumble. Because I mean, yes, he was in character, but he's saying what we are all saying. He can't build no stars. Triple H can't. Worst booker ever. Triple H milking Roman's star power because he can't properly book anyone else. I miss the OG Rumbles, man. Only one surprise in both Rumbles. I love Roman, but I'd rather see somebody else win. He really didn't need it. I mean, I probably complained about Jey Uso winning the Rumble. I don't think he needed it. I don't think Roman needed it this year either. The most predictable Rumble winner. LA Knight came back to a huge pop just to get eliminated like a jobber. Predictable as fuck from Triple H and his creative team. Well, can't wait for him to be a part-time champ again, taking another Mania main event. He didn't need it. The way this Rumble was booked was genuinely terrible. It had Jey Uso yeet, and Brock Lesnar gets eliminated. I loved Liv Morgan winning the Rumble. You know, yes, I thought it was predictable that Liv Morgan was going to win it. Still, I love Liv Morgan, so she deserves it. I think they got the women's winner correct, but for the man, I've never seen even LA Knight win the Rumble, man. Triple H just sucks, man. Triple fraud. But yeah, Men's Rumble to me was kind of underwhelming. Thought the women to start was kind of boring, but it got better as the match went along. Gunther and Styles I thought was really good, but the ending, it's kind of getting repetitive at the ending with Gunther with the sleeper hold or whatever for like 2 or 3 minutes. It's getting kind of old with these finishes. Do something different. I think that's his finisher, but it gets a little repetitive. You've done the same exact things you did with the Cena match, but the match was great. Sammy and Drew wasn't good or bad, it was just whatever. I don't even know what to give this show, man. I would give it like a 6 or 7. It's just the classic Triple H booking, man. I just keep hoping every PLE you'll get a new star build, but never happens. They just need to get rid of some people in creative. For the women, I love Liv Morgan, so I'm happy she won the Rumble. I'm glad to see Sol Ruka in the final 3. That was fun. I mean, I'm not going to say this is the worst Royal Rumble ever. I just wish we got a little more surprises. I'll probably give it like a 7 out of 10, honestly, because just kind of really underwhelmed with the main event, with the Rumble. Like, I'm complaining about no surprises, but I don't know, the men's Rumble was just kind of underwhelming outside of the surprises to me. The women's Rumble was cool, especially at the end. AJ and Gunther was great. Drew and Sammy was predictable. The men's Rumble, just some questionable decisions at moments. I'll give it a 7 out of 10, though. Like, there was good and there was bad. Not just the lack of surprises, but just the men's was just so many questionable moments. But I mean, Braun Breaker got eliminated early because he got attacked by somebody. That was unpredictable, so I'm not going to complain about that. I don't want unpredictability. I got some of it there at the start. But after that, I wasn't really too much into it, honestly. But let's go over the women. Let's go over the show. So the Women's Rumble, we kick it off, so I'm not going to go over all the entrants here. If you watch, you know who was in it. So we kicked off the show. This match includes some fun moments, but there is one major complaint to be had. It's that everything felt a little too rehearsed. It followed a repeating pattern of each new entrant having a short sequence of dance forward, meshing with the rest of the competitors. It sounded like the crowd was enjoying themselves, but it was hard not to notice how choreographed everything was on TV. It wasn't a bad Rumble match, but it was nowhere near the best we've seen from the women. But it came down to the end. Liv Morgan, Tiffany Stratton, who returned, Sol Ruka. They fought on the apron until Liv was the last woman standing. Sol Ruka's going to be a star. The fact that she was in the final 3 tells you WWE's pretty high on her. And Lash Legend, they're pretty high on those two. You can just tell. I think Lash Legend did she eliminate Io, Charlotte, the Bellas? Brie returned, yeah, Brie Bella. But she eliminated all of them, so WWE's pretty high on those two. But the second half of the match was a lot better. For sure. Kiana James looked good out there as well when she was in the match. Even hit a freaking body drop on Nia Jax of all people. But yeah, to me this show needed to be a home run and need to get people excited to kick off WrestleMania season. No excuses. I'm not going to say it got me excited to kick off WrestleMania season. I'm being honest. And I thought at the start of the show, I thought this place looked half empty, but that might have been the lights, maybe. The terrible lighting. At the start, I'm just waiting for the Final 4 and the eventual winner, because it was rough to start, but it got better as it went along. But yeah, it was so much better than the first half. Might have been the best portion of the Rumble we've seen in years for the women. Sol Ruka and Lash Legend looked really good. And Liv eliminating Raquel creates a nice little storyline moving forward. Right now, it's Stephanie and Liv for the Women's World title at WrestleMania 42. No disrespect, but I'd rather see Stephanie and Liv. I think that would be better than Raquel and Liv. Sure, I don't know where they're going with that. We'll see. But yeah, Sol Ruka appreciation. She's incredible. Next, AJ Styles and Gunther. What a fucking match with Gunther, AJ Styles, and Gunther. A phenomenal match here. This is not the ending we were hoping for, but they put on a stellar performance. It may have been a bit long for some, but they've got the last 10 minutes with drama. I suspect we see AJ Styles everywhere where there's pro wrestling, TNA, AEW, New Japan. That's what I'm going to assume. The ending, it was a good match, but they kind of legit copied the scene ending. At least AJ Styles passed out. But yeah, his career's over, at least in WWE it is. Drew McIntyre destroys Sami Zayn. I mean, whatever. As expected, there were moments where it felt like Zayn might actually get the victory, which made it a little more enjoyable, but dominant win for Drew McIntyre. So then we get to the Men's Rumble. Oba Femi drops number 1, Braun Breaker number 2. I'm like, oh boy, we're going to get a good face-off here to start. But then someone attacks Braun Breaker, hits a stomp, throws him in the ring, gets eliminated. I guess that's some unpredictability right there, I guess. Everyone's going to assume it's Seth Rollins. I don't know who the hell it is. But that was kind of surprising. Which, that's some unpredictability, so I ain't going to complain too much. They eliminate Brock Lesnar while everyone was fucking yeeting for Jey Uso's entrance. Of course. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Like, why are you running? Why do they do the run it back, yeet in the Rumble match, dude? So unserious. So McIntyre eliminated Rhodes, and that distraction led to Fall 2 getting eliminated. So are they still gonna do this McIntyre Cody shit? Like, it's been going on for months, man. Do something else. And there was a little standoff between Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar. But Oba gets eliminated, Brock eliminated, big eliminations. But no, Yeet Man needs 45 minutes of yeeting. Nobody wants you to run it back. This Oba should have eliminated Brock, and Brock should have fucked Jey up during his entrance outside the ring. Just weird. This will lead to Brock versus Oba, but Oba needed that elimination. And they eliminate LA Knight. Oh man, I don't know. It might not go down in history as a bad show, but it won't be considered one of the top 10 Rumbles either. Morgan winning the Women's Rumble was probably the least predictable outcome of the night, but even that pick wasn't out of left field because she was literally the favorite to win it. But I love Liv Morgan, so I'm not mad about that. And I love seeing Soroka in the final 3. Having Styles end his career in Saudi Arabia was a strange choice. While the match was really good, it's hard to believe this farewell will be looked upon fondly. Should have had a better retirement run in WWE. McIntyre retaining against Zayn was the most obvious outcome of the night. Reigns is still on top draws in WWE, but his inconsistent schedule makes it hard to get invested in the road to WrestleMania journey unless he's there to work most weeks. This show had plenty of fun moments that give a handful of superstars a spotlight. They can carry forward to the main roster like Soroka, Lash Legend. But it had its positives, but there were still negatives. Largely, there was questionable decisions. I don't know about the Rumble, man. Like, for some it might have been very good to me. It was just kind of underwhelming. But I think coming out of that, we're going to get a triple threat with Drew, Jacob, and Cody for the WWE title, Roman and Punk, Brock versus Oba. It's kind of what some stuff I got out of that Rumble. So I'm going to take some positives away. Like, we could get those 3 matches, which would be bangers. But I don't know, like, those are, maybe could, if Seth did attack Braun Breaker, you can have Seth and Braun Breaker. I don't know. I'm trying to take some positives out here that can be for future WrestleMania matches. But I don't know, man. I thought it was boring, personally. I'm just trying to take some positives away from future matches. Complain about WWE's creative direction, I guess you'll get a Royal Rumble win. I mean, Roman did not need that, though, but who else was going to win it? I mean, I might have had LA Knight, but who knows? Some of it just felt rushed and the eliminations were quick, but most of the Rumble, except the elimination of Braun Breaker, was crap. To me, honestly, but yeah, definitely some future matches there, possibly, but I'm going to give the show a 7 out of 10. That's maybe me being generous, but the Women's Royal Rumble in the second half, and AJ Styles and Gunther really kind of carried the show for me. And Sami and Drew wasn't bad. It was just kind of predictable. But yeah, that's all to say. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Take time out. Peace.